Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope readings for August 2023 for your North Node by sign and house. Now, if you're new to my channel, the reason I use the North Node in tarot readings as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign is it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's your soul path. It's what we're here to learn and experience in this lifetime. So it's much more accurate and relevant in readings as opposed to your sun, moon, or ascendant sign. Now, you're going to want to watch two readings. You're going to want to watch one for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house. Now, one quick note on this month. A lot of us have been going through some really intense things over the summer. The astrology has really been off the charts. And we have two full moons this month, one on the 1st, August 1st, and one on the 30th. And then right around the corner in October, it's eclipse season. So these are very transformational times. And I just want to say that no matter what's going on around us in our life, whatever is happening, remember that when we follow our soul path, when we follow our North Node, the universe assists us and helps us in having the best life possible and staying on our most optimal timeline. So with that, I am going to connect to the energies and we can begin the readings. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. All right, so this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope reading for everybody with their North Node in Capricorn and or the 10th house for August 2023. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and then this side represents the second half of the month from the 16th on. Now, your overall theme card here for this month is the Fool card. And what I'm getting with this when I see this and just like taking in the spread initially is this is when you look at this card, this is the person who's like wet behind the ears. They have their satchel packed, thrown over their shoulder. They're going off on their own. The adventurer, the wanderer. Okay, this is about like starting new things, new beginnings. Okay, and moving out despite the fears and the pitfalls that could happen. That's a key point with the Fool. And this really sums up kind of like where a lot of you could be at right now. And it's time right now to think about venturing out of a comfort zone. Okay. And this really is an ongoing thing for like North Node in Capricorn or the 10th house because of that South Node in Cancer or the 4th house. Now, for the first half of the month, your timeline cards are the Six of Wands reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed, and the beautiful Sun card upright. Now, what I'm getting for the first half is I'm getting two distinct things. Number one, I'm getting that there actually could be the first 2 weeks a person in your life that you're dealing with that could be not necessarily female, but I'm getting kind of more of a feminine energy with this Queen of Swords reversed. So not necessarily, but it's something that is it's like almost like you could be feeling like you aren't winning or achieving like you should. There's something gnawing at you that is like, and it could be driven by this person. Now, who is this? This person could be, a friend, a family member, someone in a romantic relationship, a mother, father figure. Someone in your life is kind of causing this, and I feel like it is. It could be causing some um, a little bit of emotional distress. And with this Six of Wands reverse, this is generally the victory card. It's like you don't fight, you don't quite feel like you're moving in the direction towards something. A lot of you don't feel like, you know, very, very positive maybe about where you're going. But in fact, by the end of this month, you're definitely going to feel that. And this is all going to really shift for you with this Sun card. But let me get more into what this person is. Now, I said it could be a person, or it could just be a general feeling like in your mind. It could be echoes from the past. So this person could be someone from the past that's kind of echoing in your mind type of a thing. Or even like our own, how we have our inner dialogue. It could be coming from an inner dialogue. It doesn't matter where it's coming from because you're going to handle it maybe slightly differently, but it's kind of the same, energy. So what are your advice cards? Okay, you've got the Queen of Pentacles and you've got the Three of Swords. Now, what this is doing, whatever's happening this first 2 weeks, remember what it's trying to do. What it's trying to do is the energy is trying to get you out of a comfort zone, because with your North Node in Capricorn or the 10th house, it's very difficult for people with this placement sometimes to move out of comfort zones. Because, and yeah, I understand this being, I have a Cancer North Node, so I understand that energy, and I know people with this. What this is that's why the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay, this is Pentacles are things of value. It's money, stability, food, everything we value, even relationships. Okay, but it's reversed. So it's like coming out of your comfort zone. Now, this situation that happens, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Okay, it could be, kind of hurtful. It could be, a lot of things like, it could be uncomfortable, hurtful. It's not going to feel good. But what it's doing is, what it's getting you to do is move off into the direction, that you should be going. Remember this, with your North Node in Capricorn or the 10th house, as I always say, you are one of the North Nodes that is being assisted and given the opportunity to be really successful in life. And I'm talking about not successful just in a comfort zone of a family or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But in this lifetime, you have much more to give. You might not even know that, but everybody that has their North Node has gifts to give that they're not aware of. Your gift is self-mastery, self-determination, making something of yourself, creating a company, like someone that start something really big. Like, you have the opportunity to not only help yourself, help the world, help people around you. And that's what this is. This is like venturing off. So you have this seed, but what happens when we'll take the example of, let's say you have, I mean, we've all seen this on, like, take a TV show or a movie, and we've all seen this, this trope, right? Where the person, the kid, you call it like a grown up or whatever, refuses to move out of the house. And finally the parents are just like, they really are encouraging them, and they're kind of like kicking them out. Like we've seen comedy shows like that, right, where it's like they're just still at home and they're not wanting to budge. Or it's like I always say, like, it's like the baby bird that's not like jumping out of the nest trying to fly. So, the mother just kind of like kicks him out. And I'm laughing, but it does not feel good. It does not feel good to go against your will into the scary big world. Okay. But what happens with this placement is sometimes, like, if you look back on your life, everyone that has this placement, I always ask, if you look back, haven't you been your whole life, from as long as you can remember, like nudged out of comfort zones, constantly nudged, whatever those zones are for you, just constantly by people around you, teachers, friends, family, whatever. Like the world is just like pushing, and you're like, whoa, I don't, I don't like that. Okay. That's the uncomfortable part. Or the other example I'll give is, like, for example, you know, I'm not suggesting this is the way to do this, okay? Because I came from an old school, uh, you know, parental figure, stepfather, okay? He wasn't a bad guy, but he, the way he taught me how to swim, and I was 8 years old, okay? No, I was six and a half. The way he taught me how to swim is, because I never had access to a pool, like, until about that age, is he took me and he threw me in the deep end. Okay, now I'm not saying we should do that today. Okay, that was a different time, different place. But I learned how to swim that day. I mean, he wasn't going to let me drown. I learned how to swim right then and there. And that's kind of like the energy that you feel, like it's very scary. But here's the thing. The interesting thing about that is, after that happened, I wasn't I didn't have any animosity toward him. In fact, what happened to me was, I had personal pride that not only did I learn how to swim, but that, like, I faced this test, and this of courage, type of a thing. So what you get with this placement is, when you go out and you are like seeking something beyond your comfort zone, whatever that is, you have to figure that out. But when you go beyond that, one of the gifts is not only success, but the, like, self-esteem and pride that you feel that you were able to do that, and, like, face that scary dragon for whatever it is. But getting back to this first half, okay, there could be, as I said, there could be something that happens that isn't pleasant, and it could be with a person in your life. And however that plays out for you, just remember that it's just that nudging. You're just being tossed into the deep end. The way you work with this placement is, when you begin to, of your own free will, move out of your comfort zone, and try to, like, move toward that North Node in Capricorn, of the 10th house. Those nudgings and getting thrown into the deep end, they stop, okay, because you're moving now on your own, okay, type of a thing. So yeah, getting on to the second half of August, your timeline cards are the Death card, you've got the Emperor reversed, and you've got the King of Cups. Now, as I always say, when any of the scary cards, if you're new to my channel, this will be new to you, but those who are my regulars know, the scary cards are not bad, okay? This doesn't mean actual death. It's about transformation. The old you is wanting to die. The old you, okay? And the new you is wanting to come out into the world. And that's what I'm seeing for a lot of you, that you're beginning to see, even if it's like, and the transformation, I don't want you to think that it happens instantaneously. It's not like, all of a sudden, boom. I mean, it can happen quickly, like you're the new person, but a lot of times it's gradual. Like, it could be like you just kind of get fed up, and slowly the transformation starts to build, okay? And whether it happens quickly, or whether it's a buildup, I am starting to see this happen for you. And one of the things that's going to start it is with this Emperor reversed and the King of Cups. Um, this again is, I'm feeling like either a person from the present, like someone that you're dealing with, what kind of, and it could be in someone of authority, it could be like someone who's male, okay, but it could be any gender. But someone in authority, it could be like, a professor, a parental figure, a father, even an uncle, or someone someone of importance in our life, or even in a romantic relationship, but something. And it's kind of it could be like a little bit of a negative thing that is, again, a lot of you are going to get in August. It's going to be like this clicking inside you. Even if you don't begin, it's going to be like, okay, I'm done with the old me. I'm done with the old me. I want to like move out of my comfort zone. I want to be in my new me. And that's where the King of Cups is coming in, because with your South Node in Cancer, King of Cups is Cancer. And again, the kings and queens and all of the cards in the tarot deck are not gender or sex specific, okay? But what this is, the difference, you might ask, what's the difference between getting the uh, the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups? Whether you're male or female, and whether you get that, is the energy of the King of Cups as opposed to the Queen of Cups. This is an energy of, think of the enlightened father, okay, the nurturing, strong father who keeps his heart open, who is emotionally intelligent. Okay, it's a different energy. Who is a protector, a provider. This is what you're doing for yourself, no matter what gender you are. Okay, you're doing this for yourself. Now, what about the Queen of Cups? Okay, the Queen of Cups is same thing, heart energy, but it's nurturing, protective. It's, gathering, nurturing, like a mother hen type of a thing. Okay, but there's that different energy. So we're going toward more of the King of Cups energy for your North Node in Capricorn, and that's what's balancing it out. So this is simply, a lot of you are going to be, again, this could be, this whole month is like, okay, I'm like, I really want changes in my life. And a lot of you are going to start to go toward that. Some of you may already be taking steps toward this because everyone's on a different level. But for those that are like, still kind of going through this, these are going to be like the catalysts that are going to be like moving you forward. Now, what are your advice cards? Okay, you've got the Four of Cups reversed, and you've got the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is, it's go time. It's time to move forward quickly with focus and with purpose. Okay. And the Four of Cups reversed is a lot of the feeling, that, you're not enough, and that or you're scared, or you're feeling like, feeling depressed or whatever. And I'm not talking about clinical depression. I'm like just feeling down and feeling, like just emotionally down. That is starting to move away. And when it starts to move away, as I said, when you begin to take steps to make the changes to transform who you are in your life. And just think of it as like, look, you're throwing yourself into the deep end. And at the other end of that, the reason that all of these negative things start to disappear is, like, for example, getting back to my example of, getting thrown into the deep end. I was kind of embarrassed because at like 6.5, there were like lots of kids that already knew how to swim, you know? And so it was a point of like, I was in my comfort zone, but I was scared. And, you know, I don't know why my parents didn't just put me in swimming lessons, but whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is that, that is the feeling that I had. But once I was able to like tackle that, face that dragon. And I felt such like pride, and I felt so good in myself that I was able to face those fears. And I was like, what was I so afraid of? Like, what is it, And then I, ever since, I mean, I absolutely love swimming. So, anyway, that's kind of what I'm seeing. And like, remember for your North Node, the reason that because a lot of people that have had this have had like so many like nudgings for their whole life. And it's not fun. I know it hasn't been fun, but that's the reason why. And just remember that whether you know it or not, you've got a real gift in the world to give to the world, and you can really make yourself and those around you like very, very successful. But it's a matter of taking those steps, finding out where you want to go, and following that. But just remember, for you, walking out of your comfort zone is really, really good for you. So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you. Make it a great month. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like your personal optimal timeline formula based on your astrology chart, there's going to be a link in the description box below for my website and give you some more information on that. If you could hit that like button, it helps me out. Much appreciated. And also, if you have any questions, reach out to me in the comments or just to say hi. That also helps the algorithm. So I'd love to hear from you. I answer all of them. So again, thanks for watching. Make it a great month. Get out of that comfort zone, okay? Many blessings.